Every 60 seconds, a male takes his own life. Add this up over an hour, that's 60 men, no longer here at the end of that hour. Add this up over an entire day, that's 1,440 men. At the end of the day, no longer here on this planet Earth. Add that up over a week, that's 10,080 men, no longer here. Add that up over an entire year, this is a staggering 524,160 men, no longer here on this planet Earth, for whatever reason. Pretty savage way to start a video, I know, sorry for that, I was going for the shock factor. Today's video, we are going to be talking about Movember, okay? It's an amazing charity that focuses on men's mental health and suicide prevention and also prostate and testicular cancer. And that is what myself and 11 other finance-based YouTubers have partnered up for the month of November, and we're all going to be growing some majestic moustaches for the month of November. We're going to be led in by the team captain, and that is Tom over on Investing with Tom. He did this last year and he raised almost $2,000 for this amazing charity. Got us all on board this year, and we've got a pretty strong team going into this. So there's 12 of us in total, like I said earlier, and we're going to be doing some collabs throughout the month. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at a couple of different key things, and in the end, I'm going to be shaving off this stubble that you see here. If you've watched any of my other videos before, you know that I generally always have a little bit of stubble. I haven't been clean shaven for, I can't even remember, probably about 4 or 5 years possibly. Couldn't even tell you the last time I was clean shaven. So at the end of the video, she's all going off, and I'm going to be baby faced, ready for November, and then we'll be growing a bit of a mo. Not too sure what mo I'm going to go with yet. Might go just for the classic, the old classic, or may even go with the old trucker. Don't know how I'm going to go yet, but we'll figure that out. Might even put a poll on it, just a standard or even the chopper or some outrageous thing, I don't know. So that's what we're working on for this month here in November. Before we crack into it though, I don't want to feel like you have obligated or any pressure that you have to donate to the charity by any means. I know it's been a very tough couple of years, especially if you've lost your job or lost your business, or your business is struggling due to the lockdowns and everything that we've all been experiencing over these last couple of years. Has been some pretty hectic times, and definitely taxing on not only males but everyone across the globe. So definitely, like I said, no obligation or pressure to donate, but obviously every bit of money does help, and like I said, it goes to such a good cause, promoting men's mental health, tackling prostate and testicular cancer. They're having a crack at all three, so it's amazing charity. I'm going to be leaving links to everything in the description below. For the month of November, I'm going to be donating all my AdSense revenue from the channel into the charity as well. So that's what my little contribution. Obviously, I'm growing the mo, and I'm also signed up to running 60Ks as well. I may do another couple other physical challenges as well, which is good because I need to get back into shape a bit. Alright, so let's crack into it anyway. So globally, on average, men die 5 years earlier than females. And largely, most of this is preventable as well. So these top 5 things we're going to be discussing today are things just to get a bit more awareness around it. And by no means am I great at any of these things, but we're just going to rattle through these. And these are actually on the Movember website. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description to this, so you guys can dig in and they have plenty of good information on their website. So number 1 on the list is a fairly obvious one, but is spend time with your mates. Catch up with your mates, especially your good mates. Maybe you don't see them that often. Spend some time, catch up with them, have a good yarn, you know, have a couple of beers down the pub or whatever it may be. Rein it in, make sure you're not having a couple of dozen beers down the pub, because that obviously leads to things as well.
Yeah, listen, we fucked up.
What are you talking about?
The bachelor party, the whole night, things got out of control, and we lost Doug.
So definitely, you know, pencil some time in to catch up with mates. Now, this is something I'm not good at myself. I'm a shocker at it, to be honest. I have some amazing friends, and I'm very bad at keeping in touch with a lot of these friends. As I know how hectic life can be, especially now with a newborn around the house, I feel like I have no time. And that's one thing that easily sort of falls by the side. So I know that's personally something I need to work on myself, is spending some time just catching up with mates, even if it's, you know, communication these days is so good, where you can just jump on Facebook or FaceTime, Skype, whatever it may be, and you can just have a yarn, and you always feel so good after catching up with mates. I don't know, I do anyway. Even if it's mates that I haven't talked to for a number of years, or, you know, especially some of my good old army mates and that, we catch up and it's like, you know, there's been no time lost between the last time we sort of caught up. Anyway, so that's number 1. Number 2 is just talk more, okay? Talk more, but I want to sort of twist this a little bit more and potentially listen more. So it sort of stems from the first one, really. But yeah, talk more. You know, if you know one of your mates is sort of struggling a bit, you know, don't be shy to give them a bell, mate. Just check in, make sure everything's all good, you know, just checking out, see you're struggling a bit recently or whatever it may be. Now, this is something that all males are not good at. Like, it's just naturally, we're not built this way. We always want, we're tough and, you know, I don't need help, I'm all good. Where sometimes we do need help. So, yeah, definitely just, you know, be that listening ear to your mate. Maybe they're going through some trouble at home with the wife and the kids, or financially, or whatever it may be. So definitely be that friend that listen out for, if there's any dramas or anything going on. So that's number 2 on the list. So number 3 on the list is know the numbers. When you hit the ripe old age of 50, you need to start being a bit more aware around your prostate. I know it's not a super fun thing to talk about, and especially around the lads, it's not something you want to sort of talk about on a Friday night. It's, oh yeah, just got the prostate checked the other day. But it's something we need to sort of be aware of. I know I'm still a fair few years off that, but definitely if you are a bit older, definitely something you need to sort of keep tabs on. Checking it on the old prostate there. Like I said, it's not something we like to talk about. Oh yeah, the old prostate, eh? But anyway, still need to sort of jump in and get that sort of squared away. Because the sooner you get onto these things, the better off you are. If you let it sort of go, and before you know it's developed too much, and then she's all over for you. So definitely want to keep on top of that sort of thing. So number 4 on the list is know the old nuts. Keep tabs on the old balls there. If you notice something's not quite right there, maybe you've grown the third one or something, just keep tabs on those. You don't have to follow them every day, but definitely sort of keep tabs on if you notice any changes. Definitely get it checked out. I know for myself as well, I'm super slack at going to the doctors. I'm generally pretty healthy, and I'm always thinking, no, she'll be right, the old she'll be right. Especially in Australia, New Zealand, it's a she'll be right all the time sort of attitude, which is a good thing to have, I feel, but especially when it comes to your health, you need to, sometimes it's not all she'll be right. So yeah, if something's not quite right down there, definitely don't be afraid to go into the doctors and have a chat to your local GP. Maybe something's not quite right there, so definitely get that checked out. So number 5 on the list is move more. Okay, this is something that's pretty crucial, I feel, especially to raise those endorphins. It's just being active. I know I always feel so much better after doing something active, especially if it's something I really enjoy, like snowboarding or kite surfing or mountain biking, whatever it may be. I always feel so good after finishing an activity like that. But it doesn't even have to be an extreme sport or anything like that. Even just going down the park and kicking the footy with your kids, or just going for a walk, whatever it may be. Just getting outside, being a bit more active, especially now we're coming into summer. Good time of the year, daylight saving, get out there. You'd be especially in the day, you finish your work at 2, 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever it may be. Get home, put the runners on, sneak out, hit a few Ks, or do a few press-ups, or even if you're not into that, maybe join the local footy club or something, just to be a bit more active as well. So that wraps up the 5 things from the Movember website there. If there's anything else you want to add to that list, by all means, definitely drop in the comments. The more conversation we get going around this, the better off we all are. Like I said, men, we're so bad for being, oh yeah, all tough, I'm all tough, I don't need to talk about anything, I'm just strong. But obviously we do need to talk, be open. I don't want to be all airy-fairy, like we've got to talk about everything, but definitely, have a yarn, especially if you know a mate that's struggling or something. Definitely go up, don't be afraid, mate. How you going, what's going on, Have that chat. That might be the chat that might save their life. You'd hate to go to bed that night and think, geez, I should have had a chat to him, and then, he does something and maybe takes his own life. So don't be afraid, have that chat. I'm sure we've all had, known someone in our lives that's taken their own life, and it's just horrific for everyone that's left behind, as you're thinking you should have done this, we should have done that, or whatever it may be. So it's definitely crucial to have these sort of chats. Even as uncomfortable as they are, it's definitely a pretty key thing to do. So anyway, enough about that. I know it's a bit of a negative sort of a video. So in these future videos, I'm going to try and make them a bit more upbeat. I've got a couple of physical challenges penciled in for the month. We've got a few live streams penciled in as well throughout the month with me and the other finance-based YouTubers. So make sure you subscribe for that if you're not currently subscribed. And like I said earlier, I don't want to feel any pressure or any obligation that you have to donate by any means, but obviously any donation is muchly appreciated. If you can't afford to donate, by all means, the simplest thing you can do is just drop a like on the video. Maybe share this video with a friend as well. And even, like I said, just watch any of my other videos on the channel. As I said, all the revenue generated from ads this month is getting donated back to Movember as well. So that's another way you can help out as well. Just watch a couple of vids on the channel. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap us up. Last thing to do, shave this bad boy off. There it is.